Hello, and welcome back to my 8-week program of resetting, rebooting, and restructuring from the ground up. My name is Anja, and if you haven't joined any or haven't watched any of the other online video practices, it does not matter. You can also choose just to do this particular practice. And today I'll be focusing on the brow, the third eye. And this stands traditionally for integration of personal consciousness and higher reception, perception. It is very much about bringing love and wisdom together so that we can also see what is to come or what we would like to create with clarity. Yes, so today is really a first step into giving that new vision more focus, more clarity, more embodiment in a sense. It's also about the union of the left and right brain and bringing that more creative, intuitive, and that analytical part of our brain together. And start by sitting comfortably. You can, like me, you can have blocks, you can sit on a blanket, on a bolster, whatever helps you feeling comfortable. And we're going to start with a practice for the third eye, which is called trataka. This is candle gazing. And as you can see, I have an electric candle. If you have a real candle at home and it's safe to practice with that, I very much recommend practicing with it. And maybe you want to set a timer for this practice. So, minimum of 3 minutes. You can also extend that or just do it in another point of the day. It's very, very beneficial for also cleansing the eyes. So, if you have like redness, itchiness, tiredness, allergic reactions, it's a very beneficial practice. So just rest your hands comfortably in your lap or on your knees and start with the candle gazing. So if you need to set yourself up, just pause the video and then get your equipment. If you don't have a candle or anything like that, choose another object that you can look at. And as you do the candle gazing, see if you can just in and exhale through the nose and let the breath come and go as it likes. And it is also a gentle focus. Let your eyes breathe as you do this practice. When you have a real candle, you can choose to focus on the wick, on the body of the flame, or on the contours, the outside of the flame. You can also experiment with what different things do, but just choose one focus for now. Keep sensing your breath wherever you can feel it. And see if you can do that without blinking. That is another challenge here. However, if you do need to blink, just continue with the practice. Also, if your eyes tear, see whether you can just sit through it. You can dry your eyes afterwards. In Sanskrit, this third eye is called ajna, and it translates as to command. Color that is associated with this pranic field, with this chakra, is indigo. There is no particular connection here to a pranic field. This is very much about bringing light into the body. And as your mind might start to wander, just continue sensing your breath physically and gazing at your candle. And I was first familiarized with this practice by my yoga teacher, the yoga teacher I did while my yoga Veda training with, a combination of yoga and Ayurveda. and how to develop a personal yoga practice aligned with Ayurvedic principles. So I want to also pay my respects and gratitude to Chris today. Who has been very influential for shaping and supporting my own approach to yoga, and especially to teaching and practicing yoga. So if you'd like to continue, just pause the video, set a timer. Otherwise, I will now stop the practice of trataka. And just sit upright, thumbs and index fingers touching, and again just physically feel that sensation and feel your breath. Tighten your perineum for a moment and just releasing it and feeling the connection to the ground underneath you. Just taking a few deep in and exhales and sensing your connection to Mother Earth. Feeling how new energy comes in on your inhale, directly from the earth underneath you, and on your exhale, releasing tension, tiredness, or whatever else might prevent you from being here. And slowly walking up the spine, creating space between your vertebrae. And then also from both of your sitting bones to under your armpits, feeling two long lines, creating space here, lifting your chest and releasing your shoulder blades. And then also relaxing your chin so the back of your head is in line with the rest of the spine. And finally, feel the connection from the crown to the sky, or to heaven, to the forces above, your guardian angels, your spirits. Just take some deep in and exhales at the crown of the head, sensing new energy coming in on your inhale. And letting go of everything that prevents you from arriving here and now on your exhale. And the connection to Mother Earth remains as you feel the connection to Father Sky. And you find your seat in the center between heaven and earth. And start to deepen the breath. Feeling your inhale rise all the way from the belly, rib cage, all the way to the third eye, the brow center. At the end of the inhale, see if you can have a little interval. And then directing your exhale all the way down into the pelvis. At the end of the exhale, pull your belly button and your pelvic floor in and up. Releasing, making your inhale flow up to the third eye. Short interval at the end of your inhale, and at the exhale, all the way directing it down into the pelvis. Drawing the pelvic floor and the navel in and up at the end of the exhale. Again, short interval. Keep breathing like that and see if you can maybe extend that interval at the end of your in and exhale. Three more deep in and exhales like this. And the further up we move in the energy centers, the more subtle the energy becomes, and also the more subtle maybe our practice becomes, and the more sensitive we become within our practice. Opening your eyes on your inhale, bringing your arms up. And then exhale, bringing the arms down again, palms facing down. Again, maybe that short interval after your in and exhale. Drawing the breath up to the third eye. And exhale, drawing the breath all the way down into the pelvis. Place your thumbs, bring your index fingers together on your inhale, bringing your arms up, maybe looking up. And exhale, bringing the hands in front of your heart. Repeat that 2 more times. And then rest the hands in front of the heart. And we start with some Oms. And the Om is very much also connected to the third eye. So let's start with 5 Oms and see if they can really float into each other. Take a deep exhale and inhale. And then bowing your head to your heart. And set an intention. And for me, it is to bring clarity to my visions, to new visions that help me align with abundance and love. And bring that into the body with your breath. And then rub your hands together. And then place your palms over your eyes and keep your eyes closed. Just let any tension dissipate into your hands. And then bringing your hands down, and can have the palms facing up or down as you please. We're going to start with some head movements. Bring the chin to the chest on your exhale. Inhale back to center and exhale up. Inhale back to center, exhale to the left. Inhale back to center, exhale to the right. Inhale back to center, to the chest. Inhale to the center, exhale up. And continue, inhale back to center, exhale to the left. So it's opposite to what you see on the screen. Inhale to center, exhale to the right. Just continue 3 more rounds in your own time. And then exhaling through your nose. Close your eyes. Come back to center, open your eyes. And then just take your index fingers, bend them, hook your thumbs at your temples, and then from the inside to the outside of the underneath your eyes, just gently stimulate and breathe as you do this. Do it 3 times. And then take your index and middle finger and draw circles around your eyes. Keep breathing. Stimulating the area around your eyes, fluids in that area, movement of fluids. Do it 5 times. And then again, index and middle finger. And then rotating from the inside out around your nostrils. You can go a little further up and down, just massaging here a few times. You can do 7 or 9 times, and then take your index finger again above the lip from the inside out, just stretching and gently stimulating the skin. Let's do it 5 times. Yes, you can always choose 3, 5, 7, 9. Usually we do an uneven number. And then below the lower lip and in between the lower lip and the chin, same thing. Keep breathing as you do this. Relax the jaw. Might feel a bit funny, that's okay. And then just taking the 3 middle fingers and just massaging your cheeks breathing deeply here. And as the microphone is in my ears, I can't do my ears, otherwise I would also just take my palms and then can do it here on this side and just massaging your ears. Let's also do it 5 times, both sides. I can just show you on one ear, you do it both ears. And then just gently also stimulating here the outside of the ear, just massaging the whole shape of the ear, maybe up and down, and then just pulling the ear, sticking your tongue out 3 times. And then just massaging along the chin here, relaxing the jaw. Can also make sounds, it's fine. And then massaging the neck. Breathing deeply. And around throat, the neck area. And then moving up to the occipital ridge. This is where the neck actually meets the skull. There's a little ridge, you can feel it, and then just massaging gently here. And along that center, there's a lot of the energetic center that's connected here to the occiput is in the Kabbalah, it's mentioned. And in the yogic scriptures, you could see there's always they always talk about the back of each chakra. So you can see this is the back of the Ajna chakra, the brow chakra, and in the Kabbalah, it's called Bina. So this is about control, structuring things, organizing, a limiting principle. And then massaging that whole back of the head a little bit gently. And just gently massaging the scalp. And then place your right palm onto your third eye, onto your forehead, and the left palm where your liver is. And just hold here for a moment, just breathing deeply. And then we change, we place the left palm onto the forehead and the right palm here underneath your rib cage here where the spleen is. Just feeling into those organs, into spleen, liver, encouraging detoxification in the system. And then releasing again. And just starting with some Sufi circles, Sufi grinding from the navel. Closing your eyes, breathing deeply. Connecting to our center. Moving the energy then further up and opening from the heart, rounding in the back of the heart, opening and rounding. Deep breaths. Feeling the breath also again in the third eye or in the back of the head as we go back. And then slowly returning to center. Inhale, interlace your fingers, exhale, bring your arms up. And then just again, feeling the breath at the third eye. You can close your eyes. And also releasing the back of the head and seeing if you can feel the breath descending more easily in the diaphragm as you do this. So releasing the occiput, breathing into it. There's a connection to your diaphragm and to the descending breath in the diaphragm. And exhale, bring your arms down and just change legs and start rotating again anti-clockwise from your navel. So we always start clockwise and then anti-clockwise, encouraging the digestive system, connecting to our center, to our core, and then moving the energy up into the heart space. And now moving more from the chest bone, opening the collarbones, and as we go back, rounding, opening between the shoulder blades, breathing deeply. And then slowly, slowly again coming back to center. So now interlace your hands behind your back, and against your habit, just go one pinky further in. So the other pinky is on the outside. Bring the hands down. Pull the shoulders, the hands slightly away from you. You can unlock the elbows a little bit. And then again, you might want to look up or just straight ahead. And again, breathing into the third eye and the back of the head. See if it changes anything in the breath. Also make sure you can really sense the breath in the diaphragm. And release your arms, come front on all fours. Opening the fingers wide on your exhale, you round the tailbone, lower, middle, upper back. Starting again with your tailbone arching and finally bringing the head front. And again, just focus on the third eye, feel the breath there. And then as we round the back, feel the breath at the end of your exhale in the back of your head in the occiput area. And as we inhale, arching the back and feeling the breath coming up to the third eye at the end of the inhale. And keep going a few more times. So it's very much also about where we bring the focus in these asanas. This is how we can also change, adapt the practice to suit different needs. One more time. And then move a little bit back so the feet are at the end of your mat, coming down onto your forearms. Keep your seat above your knees. Slide the right arm out. Slide the left elbow onto the same height as the right one. Left hand under the right elbow. Place your forehead on the ground or on your forearm, depending on the length of your arms and body in general, upper body. Draw the shins down, pull the belly button in, just to make sure that the lower back is protected. Breathe deeply here, resting the forehead, breathing into the third eye. Let any thoughts that bother you pour into the ground, release into the ground. Then coming up on your forearms, changing. And slowly coming up on all fours, tucking your toes under, bring your seat to your heels again, forehead on the ground. And then come up with a round back on your inhale. And again, exhale, just draw the sitting bones back, bring the forehead onto the ground. Make sure your arms are sufficiently far apart from each other. Keep in and exhaling. Inhaling to the third eye. Exhaling, bringing your attention to the occiput. And then the last one as we come up. Inhaling and then stretching the legs on the exhale, downward facing dog. Walking your dog on the spot, feel free to make movements that help you open up, stretch. Or if you prefer to be in stillness here, that's fine, without much movement. Feel free to gently move the head and then moving towards the front of the mat. So this time interlace your fingers and rest them on the occiput. Release your elbows and just hang here for a moment. Feel free to open the jaw and let go of any tension here. Let your neck become really long, let the shoulders relax. And then really release and shake out the arms. Pucker your lips and releasing any tension. Slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time. Again, bring in attention to the third eye, the forehead, as you bring your arms up on your inhale. Bring your hands in front of your heart on your exhale. Deep inhale, bring your arms up above your head. Exhale, coming into a forward fold. And then bring your hands on blocks, if you have any, or on the sides of your shins. Really bending your knees, bringing your chest forward, again, breathing into the third eye. And then coming into full forward fold, maybe you can grab your ankles and really bringing your forehead closer to your shins, bringing your sitting bones up, breathing deeply. Again, you can keep the knees bent, do the forward fold to the extent that you can. You can again also use your blocks here. Inhale again, half forward bend. Bring your blocks out, ground your hands, step your left foot back. Low lunge, bring your left knee on the ground. Feet hip distance apart. Inhale, bring your arms up. Again, interlace your fingers on the back of the head. Rest your head in your arms, draw the elbows back, breathe into the back of the head, into the occiput. Bring your tailbone down, belly button in. And exhale, bring your hands down, tuck your back foot under, come into downward facing dog. Stepping then, coming into plank position, shoulders above your wrists, and then knees, chest, and chin. Bring your forehead onto the ground and again, take a moment to breathe here into the third eye, and then pull the feet, the legs out of the hip sockets, ground the back of the feet, backs of the feet, and then come up on your inhale. Again, bringing your breath to the occiput. And exhale. Bring the forehead on the ground. Keep your neck long. Come up on all fours. Seat to your heels. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Pull the belly button in. Shoulders away from the ears. Release your neck. Bring the sitting bones up. Activate the muscles above the knees and draw the heels towards the ground. Bring your left leg up. Inhale. Left leg front. On your exhale, feet feet hip distance apart. Bringing your arms up. Interlace your fingers. See if you can bring the other pinky up. And then rest your head in your hands. Bring in your elbows back, opening the heart. Breathing into the occiput. Keeping your gaze open, relaxed, still at one point, focus. Let your eyes breathe. Bring your arms down, inhale. And then exhale, tuck your back foot under, coming into a forward fold. Forehead towards your chin. And inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Feet together or hip width apart. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Remember your intention. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, come into forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Ground your hands, step your left leg back. Feet hip distance. Bring your tailbone down. High lunge, bring your arms up. Breathe deeply here. Shoulders down. Feel the connection from the shoulders to the hands. Palms facing each other. Bring your hands on your thigh. And then we come into the variation of Warrior 3. Flex the back foot. You can keep that knee bent. Breathe deeply. Pull the belly in. Breathe into the third eye. Breathing deeply. Bringing the ribs in, opening the heart, and then slowly stepping back. Inhale, bring your arms up. And then stepping into plank. And then coming onto the floor, and then rest your forehead on your hands for a moment, breathing deeply, relaxing your feet. Bring your hands under your shoulders, come into a slightly higher cobra, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, hands, forehead down. Inhale, come on all fours or into plank position. And then back into downward facing dog. Again, just feeling hands and feet, relaxing the head, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Belly in and up, sitting bones up. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left leg towards the left hand. Feet hip width distance, tailbone down. Coming up into high lunge, raising your arms, deep in and exhale. Keep your gaze in front of you, the level of your eyes. Breathing deeply. For the variation of Warrior 3, bring your hands on your thigh, front thigh. Keep your knee bent, flex your back foot and see if you can balance here. Again, just breathing into the third eye. One more deep in an exhale. Stepping back slowly. Bring your arms up. Inhale. And exhale, hands down and stepping into a forward fold. And inhale, come all the way up. Bring your arms with you. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. Take a moment again to find your stance between heaven and earth, remembering your intention. Bring your arms up on your inhale. Float forward on your exhale. Half forward bend, bend your knees, inhale. Ground your hands, step your left leg back. And then grab your blocks. Place them a little bit in front of your front foot. And again, coming into the warrior three, and you can lift up here. And again, breathing into the third eye. If you're wobbly, bring your hands down. Breathing deeply. And then coming into a variation of a split, bringing your forehead towards the shin, the leg up, but keeping the hips in line, so really pulling yourself out of the right groin, activating the leg, letting go of your head, and then just stepping that leg back, bringing that knee onto the ground, and if you can, sit on you can put a pillow, you can put a blanket, or you can sit on your heel, and if your knee is injured, just place the leg out into this posture. Yeah, otherwise, sitting on your heel, bring your arms up, inhale. Bring your knees close to each other. And exhale, coming into forward bend. And inhale, again, grab a block. And exhale, rest your forehead in this forward bend. Deep in an exhale. And again, on your inhale, let the breath flow up to the third eye where it's resting. And exhale, ground it in your pelvis. Pull the pelvic floor gently in and up. Slowly coming up. Bring your block front again. Coming onto the right foot. Tucking your left foot under, stepping into plank. And then lowering yourself onto the floor. Bringing your hands further front. Coming into a cobra variation seal, like slightly higher, rolling the shoulders back. Again, breathing into the third eye. This is too much. You can choose a smaller cobra. And again, just breathing into the third eye. Exhale, bring it to the floor, forehead. And come up on all fours, or you can also roll in one piece or over your plank position into downward facing dog. Taking some deep in and exhales here. Bring your left leg up on your inhale. Left leg towards the left hand on your exhale. Hip width distance for the feet. Grab your blocks. And then floating forward into warrior three variation, either with your hands on your blocks or your arms going back or out to the sides. Breathe into the third eye. Keep your back foot flexed. Breathe deeply. And then slowly bring your hands onto the floor, onto the black blocks. Bring your forehead to the shin and see if you can lift yourself out of a left groin and hip socket. Flex the right foot. Breathe deeply, letting go of the head. And then just place the blocks to the side, stepping back. Bring the right foot on the ground, right knee on the ground. Again, feel free to slide the blanket in between your foot and your seat. You can also come instead into Janu Shirshasana with your foot here on the outside. So see what works for you. Otherwise, sitting on your heel, flex your other foot. Inhale, bring your arms up. And then again, exhale, coming into forward fold. Resting your forehead. See if it's high or low position for the block. Breathing deeply. Letting go of any tension in the head, any thoughts. You might have noticed that the mind has quieted down quite a bit. And if that is not the case for you, it's also okay just to notice that the mind's busy. Eventually, if you keep aligning your breath with your movement, thoughts will settle. And then slowly come back up and front again. Tuck your back foot under, inhale. Exhale, coming into forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Interlace your thumbs, index fingers together. And then again, bring your breath to the third eye on your inhale. Pelvis on your exhale, gaze slightly up. Make sure that neck is okay, not too much pressure. Gently stimulating also the thyroid here. And the gland that is associated here with the third eye is the pituitary gland. And exhale, interlace the hands behind your back, coming into a forward fold. And see if you can rest the head on a block, or like you might need 2 blocks. Forehead here. Inhale, half forward fold. Place the hands on the ground, step back with your left foot. And then bring your front foot in. Bring the block with you. And again, we're going to come into a forward fold with your head resting on the block. Keep your seat above your heels. Bring your arms out, breathing deeply. So feel that connection to the ground from the insides and outsides of the legs. Activate them on the feet. Really let go of the head. Creating length in the spine. On every inhale, feel the connection in the spine from tailbone to crown. Exhale, releasing the third eye, the forehead. And then bring your hands to your hips, bend your knees, come up on your inhale. Then turn your right foot front again, coming into plank on your exhale, and bring your knees on the ground for a moment. Bring your hands on the blocks. for upward facing dog. And then you can just come again into the plank and lowering your groins, sliding onto the front tops of your feet. Bring your groins close to your wrists. Open the heart. And again, third eye, breathing into it. If this is too much, find a cobra variation that works for you. And then either on all fours or slide into plank or in one piece back into downward facing dog. And now again, rest your forehead on a block as you are in downward facing dog. Really bringing more activity into the belly, sitting bones, resting your head. Muscles above your knees are active, head is relaxed. Bring your left leg up on your inhale, bring your left leg front. And bring your block over to the side. And just turn your left foot in and make sure the feet are on one level. And we try another forward bend with the head on the block. Bring your hands between your feet, elbows pointing back. And then again, just rest the forehead on the block. See where that works. Bringing the sitting bones up. Or maybe you can go further down after a while. And then come back up again. Bring your hands to your hips. Bend your knees slightly. Coming all the way up. And turn the left foot front. And then find your way into downward facing dog. And from here onto your knees. And then again, just arms out, front, head onto the ground. Just resting the forehead. Pulling the shins down, pulling the belly in. Breathing deeply. Enjoying the flow of breath in the diaphragm. Slowly come up and out of a posture and just sitting back. And bring both of your feet out. And then coming into diamond shape. And you can again place a pillow, couple of pillows, bolster, blanket, or a block, and then just rest your forehead. Don't be frustrated if you need to have like a higher stack of pillows. Just enjoy releasing the head, breathing, letting the breath come and go naturally here. Releasing the shoulders, neck. Remember to breathe into the occiput. can either stay here for a moment, or if you want to try something a little more adventurous and where you need a bit more flexibility, move your feet out to the corners, edges of the mat, slide your arms backwards, and then again place the forehead on the ground or on the block. Both is possible. And then you can also see if you can move the heels further out, coming into a deeper stretch here. See that you don't put too much tension onto your elbows. Might need to remove the block now. And then if you are very, very flexible, you can also just interlace your ankles behind your neck. Yeah, so you slide one foot behind your neck first, the other one on top. And breathe deeply. So just choose the posture that works for you. Don't feel pushed. Just be respectful to your own needs and boundaries. Slowly come out. And then slide forward on your mat. And rolling down one vertebra at a time. And we finish with fish posture. So slide your right hand under your buttocks, left hand next to it, palms facing down. And stretching out the legs, sitting bone distance for the feet, or close them as you wish, and really slide your elbows as close to each other as you can underneath you, and then come up on your elbows, look at your feet, keep them flexed, and then we want to put the back of the head onto the ground and just breathing here. Inhaling through the nose, and then very gently exhaling through the mouth as if you want to blow out a candle. Inhale to the third eye, exhale, blowing out your candle, feeling the back of the head. Pull your chin towards your chest and then gently come down. Bring your arms out to the sides, feet mat width apart. Keep your head in the center. Bring both knees over to the right. And then see if you can lower the left side of the body. Let it sink into the ground more. If you want more of a stretch, bring the right heel flexed onto the left knee. Again, just see what the body really needs. You can just stay with a simple version. And inhale, feet mat width distance, knees and back to center. And then on your exhale, on the next exhale, over to the other side. Breathing deeply, lowering the right side of the body, snuggling it into the ground. If you like, place your left foot flexed onto the right knee. And breathe deeply. Relaxing the back of the head, relaxing the third eye, relaxing your breath. Let it flow naturally. Coming back to center, pulling your knees into the chest for a moment. Again, just relaxing, maybe removing your hairband if you have one. And then just relaxing your rolling the back of the head from side to side, opening the jaw, really feeling the head very heavy, releasing any more excess tension, remaining tension. And then bring the head back to center. And then just make yourself comfortable in Shavasana, rolling your feet out, bit of space between your armpits, your arms. And then letting the tongue rest on the lower palate. And accepting the support of Mother Earth. Let go of your consciousness for a few moments. If you need a longer Shavasana, stop the video here, set a timer. And then finish in your own time, remembering to dedicate your practice to all beings without one exception, or to someone you love. Take a deep in and exhale. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes, moving your wrists and ankles, stretching out, placing one foot after the other onto the mat in front of you, rolling onto your favorite side into fetus posture, resting your head. Take a deep breath and find up into a comfortable seated posture, eyes closed. Bring one hand underneath your navel, the other one onto the heart center. And then think about something you're thankful for today. And just feel that in your heart, in every cell of your body. And remember the intention that we set at the beginning of class, bringing clarity to our new visions. And then we seal that with the last 3 hands in front of the heart center. Take a deep exhale and inhale. And then bow your head to your heart. Giving thanks for the time you've taken, the attention you've given yourself. Thank you very much for sharing the practice. All my love to you. I look forward to reconnecting next week. Namaste.